Hey guys, Jay and Nick here from EonsOfBattle.com, and today we're going to bring you another battle report. Today we're doing a pretty big 2,000 point game with an army we just got in, a 2,000 point guardsman army. Now, neither of us actually play guards, Necrons and Orks right here. Blue Orks actually, nice shirt. And so neither of us play guards, so we didn't know what to do. We needed a guardsman player. So we actually went outside and we found this guy wandering around, and he says he plays guards, so we'll see what happens. I think a Xenos victory is inevitable.
Of course!
But,
of course.
We'll see what happens.
So this is the Necron army that I'll be fielding in this 2,000 point game. 2,000 points, 2,000 guard versus 1,000 Orks and 1,000 Necrons. The Necron army we'll be fielding is it's kind of a smaller size force. I usually like to go pretty troop heavy, but in this case I'm going a little bit more survivable. So I've got one Necron Triarch Stalker with the lasgun type attachment. I've got two Necron destroyers, heavy destroyers, both armed with the heavy Gauss cannon. I've got three naked spiders, and I have 5 scarab swarm bases. I have 5 Necron tomb blades with the Gauss weapons and the 3 up armor save and the 5 ballista skill upgrades. I then have a 9-man Necron warrior squad with a overlord with war scythe and resurrection orb, and I have they're going to be inside of a ghost arc. 1,000 points.
Hey guys, Nick here, and this is my 1,000 points of Orks that I'm going to be joining Jay with. So over here we have 2 battle wagons with 8 ludas each. Then in these 2 trucks we're going to have 11 boys and then 1 knob in each. Right here we have my war boss, and then in this truck right here we have 10 boys, 1 pain boy, 1 knob, and then this one 11 boys and a knob. And that is my 1,000 point Ork army.
Alright, for my army, which is the Imperial Guard, I've taken a company command squad with no upgrades. Then I moved on to my troop choices, where I took conscripts, adding every conscript I could for a total of 50. I put a commissar with a bolt gun in with these conscript squads. I took 1 vet squad with carapace upgrades and 3 meltas, and I'm putting them in a dedicated transport with a chimera. I've also taken another vet squad, this one upgraded with 3 flamers, and putting them in an additional chimera. Each of the chimeras has exchanged their multi-lasers for bolter guns. I've taken 2 basilisks without any upgrades. Taken 2 vibrants without any upgrades. Over here we have a tank squadron. This one will be proxying as a vanquisher with the tank commander, which has been upgraded to Pask in him. These 2 will be proxying as regular Leman Russ battle tanks, each with side sponsons of heavy flamers. I also have an additional Leman Russ vanquisher with no additional upgrades. Then in the back line here, you see that I've taken 3 Valkyries, transporting nothing, but they have replaced their multi-lasers with multiple rocket pods.
Alright, so this is the table we'll be fighting on today. It's a pretty barren wasteland of a city. There's some pretty heavy cover over here. This is the Ork and Necron deployment zone inside of these dice, and then the guard army is going to be deploying here out in the open. It's kind of flip-flop. It would have been probably better for the Necron Orks to be over here, guards on this side, giving the guards plenty of cover, but it'll be interesting to see how that switch up affects this game. There's pretty heavy cover in the middle of the board, with the outsides being completely free for infantry blobs and things. The blast craters are dangerous terrain. There is no difficult terrain on this board, and all of the buildings will be ignoring the difficult terrain rules, as they are ruins. Alright, so we both deployed. Guard rolled 1 deployment, so they chose for the Xenos to go first. So over here on the guardsman side, we have a Leman Russ, we have 2 Chimeras, both with vet squads in them. We have 2 Wyvern, we have another squad of Leman Russ, and we have 2 basilisks bringing up the rear. And then here we have a big old conscript squad. Now, across the board on the Xenos side, we have an army ready for moving. We have 2 trucks full of boys, and we have a battle wagon with ludas. We also have a orc warboss, a Necron Triarch Stalker, another orc battle wagon full of ludas, 8 ludas in each. We have some Necron Canoptic spiders back here with some scarabs. We have the Tomb Blades and the destroyers in this building. And on the other side we have 2 more trucks full of boys. We got a Pain Boy in one, and we have a Necron Ghost Ark full of warriors and a Lord with Overlord with sword and Resurrection Orb. Now we're getting ready for Xenos turn 1. Alright, we just finished Xenos turn 1. All of the orc trucks flew up the battlefield 36 inches, probably preparing to assault some of the infantry. The Necron Ghost Ark moves up 24 inches and then pivots, fires at the head Leman Russ, causing 2 glancing hits with the Gauss rule. Ludas from this battle wagon fired at this Chimera, popping it, and so the veteran squad has disembarked. The Necron Tombstalker Triarch Stalker has moved up 6 inches, took a shot at this Chimera, which caused a 1 glance, and this battle wagon fired at the Basilisk over there, causing 1 wound, 1 glance. The spiders, Necron spiders, birthed another 3 scarabs, and that is it. It is now time for Imperial Guard turn 1. Imperial Guard turn 1 just finished. Pretty eventful. So the Leman Russes fired at the Necron Ghost Ark, causing no wounds. And the Waverns fired at the trucks, bringing this one down to 1. The Basilisks fired at the Orc Battle Wagon, causing no wounds. The Leman Russ fired at the Orc Truck, bringing it down to 1 hull point. And the conscripts and the veterans and their meltas fired at this truck, wrecking it. Boys got out, and this Chimera fired at the boys, killing 4. And there's turn. Alright, so Xenos turn 2. The 3 more Necron scarabs respond, causing 1 more wound to the spiders. The destroyers moved up into the little manufacturing base. The Necron Ghost Ark moved up another 6 inches and then disembarked its troops. It fired at the Leman Rusk, causing 1 more glance, which destroyed it. And the squad fired their Gauss weapons at this Leman Russ, which caused no wounds. The battle wagon over there fired at this Chimera, which caused another penetrating wound, which killed it. And that battle wagon fired at this Basilisk, which caused another wound. So moving into the assault phase, and all of the orcs got out of their trucks. These guys got out, attacked this Leman Russ, causing no wounds. The other trucks, boys, who had survived the explosion assault, moved up and charged at these guardsmen. 4 orcs ended up dead, and 4 guardsmen ended up dead, and they are now locked in combat. The orcs that were in this truck moved up and attacked the company command squad. Company command squad killed 1 boy, and they all were defeated by the boys. And the orcs that were in this truck assaulted the guardsmen, the big conscript squad, killing 10 conscripts, and the conscripts attacked and killed 4 orcs. They are now locked in combat, and it looks like this orc squad will be joining combat next turn. Imperial Guard turn 2. 2 Valkyries just came in, and they fired. This Valkyrie fired at the Orc squad, killing 1 orc, and this Valkyrie squad came in, shooting at these orcs. So there was slight movement. These 2 wyverns they just moved back just a little bit, just to show how cowardly they were. They also fired at these orcs, which did the majority of the damage, killing the entire squad. These 2 Leman Russes fired at the Necron Warrior squad, killing it and removing the Overlord down to 2 wounds. This Leman Russ fired at the Orc squad, killing 1, and this squad of commandos fired at this Orc squad, killing the rest. Or not the rest, killing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this combat, 2 guardsmen died and 2 orcs died, so they're still tied for combat, so locked in. In this combat squad, 5 conscripts were killed and 1 orc was killed, so they failed leadership. However, at the expense of 1 conscript, they managed to win their leadership and stay locked in combat. And the Basilisk tanks fired at the Orc battle wagon, removing 2 more hull points. Alright, Xenos turn 3. Something's happened. Everything moved up. The spiders, the scarabs, the Tomb Blades, and the Destroyers, and the Ghost Ark. Ghost Ark moved up and shot at the Basilisk, causing 1 glance. The Destroyers fired, missed. The Tomb Stalker, Triarch Stalker shot, missed. The Basilisk. The Orc battle wagon fired at the Valkyrie, causing 1 glance. And then an assault, the Necron Overlord attacked the Leman Russ, taking 1 more hull points. No, he missed. The Orcs in combat over here, Orcs killed 1 more guardsman. In this combat, 5 guardsmen died, no orcs died, so they failed their leadership. However, they sacrificed 1 more conscript to keep their leadership. And now we are getting ready for Imperial Guard turn 3. Imperial Guard turn 3, pretty eventful. The tide of the battle has changed to the Imperial Guard's favor. No movement with the Imperial Guard. The Valkyries, of course, moved their necessary 18 inches. They all fired at the Scarabs, reducing them to 4 with 1 wound on a base. The Basilisks fired at the Spiders, but only managed to scatter and put 1 wound on the battle wagon. The Wyvern fired at the Destroyers, causing no wounds. The Leman Russes, this Leman Russ used its Flamer to try to wound this Ghost Ark, but it only managed to kill the Overlord. And in combat, and this squad of guards fired upon this squad of orcs, killing them all. So now all that's left is this 1 measly truck. Then in combat, 1 guardsman died in this combat. And in this combat, 7 guardsmen died. They failed their leadership and ran, but they let 1 conscript go to keep themselves alive. Now moving into Xenos turn 4, the final turn. Xenos turn 4. It was a bit of a. We pulled it out in the last leg of the race, but it wasn't enough. These Tomb Blades flew up and popped this Lehman Russ. The Tomb Blade or the Destroyers pops this Lehman Russ, but the Tomb Ghost didn't manage to destroy this Lehman Russ. So these Basilisks. So these 2 Basilisks are fine. This Vendetta is still fine. This Vendetta is still fine, and that Vendetta has 1 wound left. This Lehman Russ is still in battle. The 2 Wyverns are still alive. So in combat, this little combat, 1 more guardsman died, and then over in this combat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 guardsmen died. They're still locked in combat. This is the final turn. Imperial Guard turn 4. This will decide the fate of the game, but it looks pretty grim for the Xenos. Imperial Guard turn 4, the final turn. The Basilisks fired at the battle wagon, destroying the battle wagon, and then the Valkyrie finished off those looters that were hiding in there. The Wyvern fired at the Tomb Blades, killing 2 Tomb Blades, killing 3, but 1 came back for reanimation protocols. In the combats, 3 more guardsmen died, 2 orcs are fine, and in the large combats, no orcs died, no scarabs died, but all of the guardsmen were killed. It's a guardsman victory, unfortunately. They have purged the Xenos. It's a sad day for the invading alien races. So it's been about 5 hours. We just finished the battle report. We ended on turn 4 because we didn't have time for a 5th turn. Turns out that you know what you're doing with guard. Now you are homeless, right? So that's double.
I have a box.
Yeah, you have a box. I forgot. It's a nice box though. It's like
very nice.
It's like one of the old teams boxes.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that actually.
I wish I could get it.
It's gray. It's brown, right?
Yes.
It's brown. Okay.
Spray painted in black.
Nice, sleek, stylish. I like it. So anyway, you actually you defeated us fair and square.
Yes.
2,000 points.
Some.
Good game.
Good game.
So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more battle reports like it, you can visit our website at EonsOfBattle.com. Thanks for watching.